very good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the launch of the new Volkswagen POLO GTI. My name is David Owen, and this morning I will have the pleasure of helping you get familiar with the latest addition to our Volkswagen family. So, without further ado, let me bring you to some slides, starting with the model story. As mentioned by Mr. Tay earlier, this GTI is based on the 5th generation Polo, which is currently the reigning World Car of the Year 2010. In terms of design, this car was built with outstanding handling characteristics and driving dynamics in mind. So what that does mean? It's going to be a fun drive. Also, somewhat contradictory to what performance cars should be, we are very proud that this car is the most fuel-efficient GTI of all time. And of course, looking at the car, you'll see that this is definitely a GTI. Now, please allow me to bring you inside the car. What you'll see is classic tartan GTI seats with black and red checkered design. Also, signature to us is the chunky sport steering, of course with a flat bottom and flappy pedals to control your DSG. And for your audio enjoyment, of course, iPod and USB interface is the standard these days. Next, taking outside, you can see the front here. The iconic honeycomb grille for all GTIs, of course, flanked by bi-xenon headlights, and of course, these days, the contemporary LED daytime running lights are a standard. Underneath, you'll see a redesigned sports bumper with improved aerodynamics. And if I bring you all the way to the top here, you'll see that the panoramic sunroof is a standard, which is really good. It gives you an impression that you have 30,000 feet of headroom. Okay? I'll bring you to the side now. You can see the wheels. These 17-inch Detroit design wheels are coming as standard, and being a GTI, red calipers are of course there as well. In the rear, you can see the picture here. You can see the rear spoiler, and of course our signature dual chrome tailpipes, nicely snug fit in the rear diffuser. And of course, being Volkswagen, we like to offer customers whatever they want. And for the first time, VGM is actually offering this car in 3-door version and also 5-door version. Being Volkswagen as well, safety is something we do not compromise on and is of our utmost importance, which is why this car comes with dual front airbags for the driver and front passenger. And in the seats, you'll notice side airbags for the front occupants as well. And being Volkswagen, the barrage of alphabets and all those abbreviations are definitely there. So starting with ESP, the Electronic Stabilization Program, XDS, the Extended Electronic Differential Lock, Traction Control, ABS, and of course EBD. And this car is definitely certified with 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating. Coming to the technical specifications, we have a lot to share with you here. Starting with getting familiar with what's inside the car. This car comes equipped with a 7-speed dry clutch DSG, or direct shift gearbox, partnered with a 1.4-liter twin charge engine, the TSI, which features both a supercharger and an exhaust turbocharger functioning in a series. What this gives you is 180 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. Compare this with the predecessor and you'll see that there's a 30 horsepower and a 30 Newton meter increase from the previous 1.8 Polo GTI. So in terms of performance, what do you get? What you'll experience is 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds. And those of you who are Volkswagen fans will know that this is matching its big brother in terms of the Golf GTI's performance. And flat out, you'll reach a top speed of 229 kilometers per hour. Coming back to the first slide earlier, as I mentioned, this is the most fuel-efficient GTI of all time, able to achieve 100 kilometers with just 5.9 liters of fuel. This is a marked improvement. To be specific, it's a 24% improvement from the predecessor, which required 7.8 to do the same thing. I know one common question that you guys often have is it compatible with RON 95? This car is definitely tested with RON 95, and you'll get the performance and the fuel consumption with RON 95. And of course, as mentioned by Mr. Taylor as well, marked improvements also seen in the CO2 emissions, where only 139 grams per kilometer is emitted by this car. In terms of colors, we offer 5 exterior colors, including candy white, this beautiful color you see here, and what GTI would be without the signature flash red. Also, we have it in black, called deep black, reflex silver, and a dark blue color called shadow blue. This brings me to the end of my presentation now. I'd like to pass you back to my colleague Yogi for the further proceedings. Thank you very much.
That's more than enough. For those who have additional information, we'll be having a press conference later so you can ask your questions. For now, I would like to re-invite Mr. Rikite up on stage for a photo op.